Alright guys, so hey, it's Tuesday. This week's topic is our process of transitioning, um, which is really loaded for me, so I'm just gonna jump right in this week. Alright, well, as you all know, I was completely unaware for most of my life that I was anything but a straight cisgendered female. Um, who am I today? I am nothing like the person that I was when I first started figuring this all out. And I mean, I was one of those girls that wanted to fit in and to look a certain way and act a certain way and have a boyfriend and do all of this stuff. For so long, I was so intent on being what society wanted me to be as a female. Um, a, I was starting to question things around the sixth grade when it really became apparent to me that boys and girls weren't the same. And I always just thought it made me the weird kid. I always thought that I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm just weird. Um, and I started noticing abnormalities about myself, like I never wanted to have hair, so I always put it back. And I never wanted to put on makeup, and nobody let me do that. Nobody said that it was acceptable for me to do that. So I learned very quickly from society that if you're a girl, you have to look this way. Finally, when I got to all girls Catholic school, I got there, and whatever I had been doing, it was kind of like I was like they were telling me what to do, and I wasn't really listening. And then I hit like 14 or 15 when I actually got to all girls Catholic school. I kind of looked around, and there was 130, maybe 150 girls in my class, and only 600 girls in the whole school. But I was looking around and I was like, there is no way that I'm gonna fit in here unless I do something really drastic to myself. So I stopped eating straight up. I didn't eat for like 3 months. I don't know. Overall, I lost like 25 pounds. It was totally unhealthy. I was so depressed all the time um, because I just wanted to fit in. And I didn't. And there was something going on in my head, and I didn't understand what it was, and it just drove me crazy. I don't really remember anything after that until probably the end of my sophomore year, I want to say, maybe like early junior year, when I first decided to cut my hair off. I was still in that mode of I have to fit in, I have to be what society wants me to be, but from looking like a straight girl, it turned into looking like a lesbian. What does a lesbian look like, you know? So I bought like all the rainbow stuff that I could find, just because I was like, okay, well, what does a lesbian look like? Lesbians, and it also allowed me to get in a place where I could become more masculine. And so I was like, this is absolutely right. Like, finally, I can be myself. But at the same time, I was constantly looking to like characters like Shane from the L Word, which is why I chose my name. I was like, well, how do lesbians look? How do lesbians act? And everything like this. Um, so finally, when I got into coming the end of my senior year of high school, I finally realized that I was not right. There was something about me that was just not on key. There was something about me that I couldn't place it. So I started doing research, and it wasn't until I finally was around really a separate area where boys were here and girls were here, and I didn't feel like I fit in either of them. I was like, well, I feel like I should be over there with the guys, but I know that I can't be right now, and I don't know why that is. So I really started to do research, and even when I first came out as trans, I've always had this issue. It's literally recently, like within the past year, coming out as trans and everything like that, that I realized that it's not. You don't have to be what society wants you to be. But even when I first came out as trans, and I will own this, I was so over the top about being what I thought a man should be. Like, I was so intent on talking like this, and even if it sounded really fake, like whatever, I always have to be wearing a backwards baseball cap and everything like that. And it just like it wasn't me. Like, it that is me sometimes, but Not yet. You know, I don't have hormones. My voice isn't gonna sound like that yet. I don't have to look masculine all the time. You know, I I am a secret hipster. I'm not even gonna lie about this to you guys. I am a secret closeted hipster. Um, and I like skinny jeans and I like all this stuff. And you know what? If that isn't the most masculine thing, I don't really care. I did ballet. I did all this stuff. I got that. So what has stayed the same about me is not a lot actually. I really did construct my whole entire self again. I've always been a fun, caring person. I guess that stayed the same. Um, but how I felt like on the inside has changed so much. And realizing what it was. I feel like if anyone met me from my freshman year of high school when I first started figuring this out, and they met me now, they wouldn't even think I was the same person. People don't even recognize me. I don't talk the same. I don't think the same. I don't act the same. And you know what? It's a great thing. I've become such a better person for it. Um, have I ever second guessed that I was trans? Now, this is where things get a little tricky. Um, did I ever second guess that I was trans? No, I never thought that I was not male. What I did second guess and what I continue to second guess is it worth it? All of this pain, all of this crap that I have to deal with, every look, every thing that comes with being trans, all the surgeries, all the hormones, everything like that, is it worth it? And I do second guess that a lot. I always wind up right back at the same conclusion, which is yes. But did I ever think, oh no, like I just proclaim myself as trans and I'm actually like, what if I, you know, that was more when I was in the beginning when I was like, oh my god, I still have feminine characteristics about me. Like, oh no, what is this? Does this mean I'm not trans? And then I realized that all guys have feminine characteristics. And I grew up as female for 18 years of my life and I was raised that way and I learned how to be a female. So there are going to be feminine things about me, yes. Does that mean I'm not a guy? No. How do I know for sure? It just always comes right back down to it. And it's always there, like, in my face. Like, if I ever tried to put on a dress again, if I ever tried to do any of that, it would not work for me. So the question is about being in sex shops. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, like I'm 20 years old, I've been in a sex shop. The most bizarre or inexplicable thing I've ever seen. Um, I'm not trying to bash anyone because I don't know what everybody likes. You know, I don't know what your thing is and what you enjoy and what you do in your bedroom. Doesn't concern me. I don't really care. I really don't care. To me, I guess the thing that I could never see ever using is there are literally penises, like dildo penises, that are, I'm not even lying, this big. I'm not exaggerating. It's not double sided, it's just one sided, and it's this big. And I can't see how any female could fit something like that up there because there's not even that much, like, anatomically, there is not enough room for that. So I'm not quite sure what that is, but you know what? That's it. All right. Well, I'll see you guys next week, and I hope you have a great week. 2 weeks until I move in, 1 week until I see Kesha with LMFAO in concert.